Welcome back to another episode of. The funny thing is, I was actually thinking about just making a joint venture combo video thing here about this from one channel to the other, but we'll see what happens. In the meantime, though, we're gonna start with welcome back to another episode of the houseofaquariuspodcast. It is your favorite Aquarius here. Make a wish. About to answer a question. Well, not a question. This is more of a situation, right? So, one of my good friends, and even one of my subscribers on YouTube, well, maybe not a subscriber, or should be, made a statement talking about a situation in one of the episodes. He was talking about his passion for the love in his life and how things started off a certain kind of way, really high intense in regards to the physicality and sexuality and all the good jive and jazz and all the stuff that really attracted him towards the relationship in the first place before there was love involved. But now that there's love involved, things have changed to ways that he's not really happy with. This man really going to do, ridiculousness. People are wild. Okay. People drive reckless in school parking lots. It's very scary. Protect your kids, all right? But so point being though, like I was saying, this situation this guy is talking about, I answered the question in the comments below, but I feel I could do a lot more talking about this, okay? Because like I do, I talk so much. You guys will watch my content. I do it very well, right? So this is what, like I said, I was meaning to do this in my other episode without the astrology stuff, because this is actually a very, very important thing that a lot of people have to understand. And this is more because I tag a lot in regards to relationships and the advice for relationships and how to deal with things and problems that arise in situations. So in this situation here, like I said, unfortunately, I didn't get any information in regards to the length of the relationship that's going on. So this could be early on, first 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Early on, first year, 2, 3 in a relationship. It could be either or. But we're going to address some things here and now anyways, and try and cover all basic potential. So, like I said, my man here, oh man, what is that? Was that the Libra Scorpio? Yeah, I think it was Libra Scorpio, okay? My Libra friend here said that he was actually having an issue, like things were a lot really hot and boisterous and rambunctious and all the sexuality and all the good jive and jazz happening early on in a relationship that draw people in. So more often than not, because I'm actually gonna bring this into astrology too, that's why I'm not sure I'm gonna put them on the channel or not. But more often than not, when we first meet people in our regular day-to-days and that kind of stuff situation, the way we interact with people more often than not is surface level. Okay? When you first meet someone at the club, first you meet someone at Walmart, first meet someone at the supermarket, and you start talking to them, trying to get the information about them, trying to link up, that kind of stuff right there is typically running directly into the ascendant, the rising sign. All right? And for the most part, I mean, you will see glimpses of the sun sign as you talk to people and get a little further detail into it, but more often than not, especially early on in relationships, you're going to interact mostly with the mask, the filter, which is the ascendant, okay? And when you talk with people, when you're dealing with people in a situation, you're not really getting the meat. You're not really getting the full details of what people really are. And you're not getting their values. You're not getting the things that actually make them who they really are, because you're still on top of the surface level. When we're first mingling and going on speed dates and fucking talking to people, trying to razzle-dazzle them and trying to learn about them, the first thing we're doing, we're really talking, like I said, surface level. You're going to do more things, they're going to do more things to show the interest and appeal to you or the other person to try and come and make things happen. So there's a lot more yeses and nos and hoorays and I'll do this and I'll take that, and then I don't like, well, not necessarily like this, but there's a lot more yeses and nos because people are trying to make things happen. And when things are more yes and no's, especially when, like I said, I don't know the full details of if you're going heavier into a sexual situation sooner than later, you're going to be dealing mostly with surface level, ascendant type stuff. Rising sign, you're going to be getting a little flash of the sun sign. You're going to get a little flash of the moon sign. You're not getting the food juice of the person. So, at the point in time when people are still trying to appeal to each other early on in a relationship, there tends to be less tension, less animosity, there's a lot more giving, Trying to get things, a lot more giving, trying to appeal to the other person. Unless the person's just selfish, you know what I'm saying? And that's just a different situation. But, like I said, when you go further into a relationship, that's why you hear from relationships that tend to have some kind of situation where they actually are going down a negative path, where things are like, oh man, this motherfucker changed. I can't believe this. Like, oh, he was so nice and she was so good at this, and now that things change, or a perfect case scenario. Now that we're married, now she got a ring on her finger, she changed. She ain't never given it up. Well, that one I heard a bunch. You probably heard a bunch too, maybe. I don't know. Depending on your age, I don't know. But in that regards to situation, that's what it is. Like things change. Relationships go through certain levels and phases, just like we go through as people. And as that happens more, like I said, that actually easier to explain in astrology. But like I said here, going through those phases of a relationship, like you're gonna have, especially early on, you're gonna be more willing to try to please the other person. So you're gonna be doing more things that, well, you might be, or they might be doing more things that they don't actually necessarily want to do, but they know they make you happy. So they're going to give you more and do a lot more things that are seen like a person who may not really be an outgoing person, like going out to the bar, going out traveling, shit like that, because at the current time you are talking to them and you want to go do that, they're going to be more open to doing that kind of stuff. Okay, so like in this situation here with our Libra friend and the Scorpio woman, there was a lot more sexual tension and excitement going on early on, because whomever initiated or looking for that more often not, the other person was appealing to that. And now in the situation, time has passed, and my Libra man's like, yo, what's going on, man? I'm trying to get some more of this punani. What's up with this? How come she ain't trying to give it up? And now she's less likely to do that kind of stuff because she already, not saying that she's done or things are changed, whatever, but I'm talking really surface level. There's gonna be a lot more situations involved, more variables involved in the situation to where this might not be the actual answer. However, since we're talking surface level right now, anyways, this is where it is. That they could be past that stage in a relationship. Where, like I said, especially if it's the more time passes in a relationship, the more likely you're going to be past this infatuation stage of relationship, where everything is all butterflies and rainbows and all the good jive and jazz, and then two things start changing. Now, in this situation here, let's just say hypothetically speaking, she's actually looking more for a serious commitment. Now that she gave up the cheeks a little bit, you know what I'm saying, they had a little more fun and a lot more sexual tension going on. Now she wants things to be more settled, more stable, and looking for more things that are going to protect herself for what she wants, which is potentially a long-term lasting marriage, happy relationship, all the good jive and jazz. And while she's still working towards that level, there's going to be changes happening. And also during this time, the changes are happening, you are now getting past more of the rising sign, the ascendant sign, and more into the actual moon sign and the sun sign. So that's the thing. People don't change in this regards. People don't change in this regard. You're just actually diving further into their personality now. Because now, let's say you're living together. You don't know someone to live with them. That's one thing you probably heard. If not, coin it right now. You're welcome. this is something that's very vital. You don't really get the juice of someone until you actually are with them around. And let's say another one that says like you don't really know someone until someone like died and how they react to that. Not react to that, how it is affects you and how it affects them. Blah, blah, blah. There's a couple things here, but that's the one thing though is until you actually get the full in-depth personality traits from this person, from time and duration and situations happening, you don't know exactly how they are, and things are going to feel like they changed when they really didn't. And what actually you're seeing is more of the sun sign at its core evolved around its, is the Venus and the Mercury and the Mars. All the other variables, all the placements in the chart are things that we're talking about here. But all that being said, though, it all comes down to the infatuation phase of the relationship has passed. And that's where my man's currently at. And wherever it's happening, I don't want to speculate too much in regards to how good things are, how bad things are, because I don't know the full variables. I'm just making my assumptions off of what information that was given to me in the moment. So in that regard, like I said, it's top level, surface only here. We are assuming that time has passed, and because the time has passed, they are evolving to the next stage of the relationship. And like I said, unfortunately, now, well, actually, that's the big thing I said before. Not today, but in another episode. And calm mind, better results. I said over there is that when you are talking to someone, and you're going through these phases in the relationship. I'll break down for a second. As you're going through the phases of the relationship, things are changing and evolving. And some people who are initially looking for, let's say, like friends with benefits or just a quick one-night stand or a couple things like that, get into the emotional bag and start feeling emotions and start feeling deeper for someone in this regards. And so now they want to try and keep them. And we don't have that transparency up front, then things start to slip away and there's start separations are happening because one person wants this and another person wants that. That's the issue they deal with sometimes. Going back to the situation, I said, I don't know if this could be a case. This could be the case, it might not. I lack the information. But upon speculation though, like we're going with is that my man has been there together for some time. The woman is now saying she wants more, and wherever the issue is currently happening with them, that needs to be addressed so that everyone is actually on the same page and everyone is getting what they want in a relationship. There may not be more sexy times for a man, because if someone is definitely looking for one thing and the other person is not giving up or accommodating the other person with the need, there's going to be a conflict no matter what. I say this again, I'm gonna call Mind Better Results podcast, that everyone here, this episode there, everyone always fails to fully realize how much actually work goes into a relationship. And more often than not, we only ever see things from our perspective in regards for how we want things to be done. And if someone's not taking care of our needs, so because someone not taking care of our needs, we don't want to tend to their needs. And that's caused a big divide in a relationship. The number one thing that you actually want to do, talking directly about the situation here, is actually inquire from her, what is it that she is looking for? What is it that has changed in the relationship so where she's not feeling the urges to give more sexual pleasure towards him? That is a very vital thing, and you have to find out the information. That I can speculate all I want, all day as much as I want to, and I will never give you the proper answer because my answers are not directly involved for the situation. If I had the information for the situation, I can dissect it and give it a great analysis. You know what I'm saying? But that would be my first suggestion for my Libra friend here. That find out what it is, because if the love is there in the relationship and you would like to save it and keep it going in other ways, and or just the cheeks are so good that you want to keep on getting more of these cheeks, you have to find out what it is that is causing the distress, causing the dilemma, causing the separation for why you are not getting the sexual pleasure that you want from her anymore. That's it. It could be stability. It could be she's looking for a more serious situation from you, looking for you to be more committal. It could be, honestly, you're not doing enough work around the house. It could honestly just be you offended her like 3 or 4 months ago and she didn't forget. Scorpio life, you know what I'm saying? And now she's being spiteful. That could be the case. You know what I'm saying? It could be so many different things. And the number one thing that I definitely advise would be to talk to her, ask her what it is, and get to the problem. Don't try to patch it. Try to get to the problem, because if you don't get to the problem and solve the problem and just try to patch it, this is going to come back up. And this is the problem, because problems in relationships, unless they are dealt with at the core, they will always return at some point in time in the future. Always. If not that, there's going to be some tension. Well, I mean, not at that. There's always going to be some tension, some animosity somewhere towards this. At some point in time, if something else happens, it's going to come right back up to the forefront. That's always how it is. Always how it is. And until you deal with the problem and everyone's on the same page with the resolution of the problem, then you can't move past it and it's going to come back up. So, like I said, that's definitely my advice here in this situation, my Libra friend. Go ahead and ask your woman what it is that you could do better, what it is that's bothering her, and how you can fix it. How can we fix the situation? What is it that you need from me to help improve ourselves so we can have more sexy time all the time? You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is you want to do. That's what I definitely advise here. So, I'm not gonna get too much further than this. Like I said, there's a lot of speculation in the situation, but from a purely relationship standpoint, talking through astrology too, we have to look at it from this perspective. Like I said, the infatuation phase has passed, and now we are looking at the next step, which I can fit the term of it right now. That actually is like named the term for this stuff here. That I learned my life coach stuff. But this part here though is the more the meat, and in the heavier meatier parts where actually a lot of relationships fall apart. That's why they say in the first 5 years really just start a relationship, because that's when a lot of the things are really, a lot of each other is being tested and being shown to the other person, and that's how you find out if you guys are gonna really last, because you guys are actually going through shit. When you go through shit, do you know what you can expect from the other person when shit happens, when shit hits the fan? And this is actually very same situation here. Like I said, infatuation phase passed, and no more just quick sex and that kind of stuff. So you need to dive deeper into fixing the problem now if you want the relationship to last, because that's going to be the most vital thing here. Otherwise, problems. Until problems keep arising, you're a lot more fighting and tension and animosity until you separate. And dealing with a Scorpio woman, she don't forget shit, and the spiteful revenge stuff can definitely come up, because she ain't forgetting shit. She's probably written down somewhere that exact moment that you fucked up. So as my Libra friend, delegate, diplomatize, and get to the bottom of the situation and see how you can fix it. And that's definitely my suggestion there. So on that note, I'm actually going to end it right there, because I say a lot of stuff, and I don't know, I might put this in my call mine, the results episode 2, just because it's actually, when I get into my relationship talk, I love talking relationship stuff, and it's actually very vital that people hear things like this. It's astrology, and not if you like it, don't like it. It applies to human behaviors and other psychological stuff that you all deal with. Astrology and human nature, behaviors, all in the mingle with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love this stuff. So that being said, I'm going to end it here. Oh yeah, we're still under the House Aquarius. So as always, my friends, stay classy, be you, make a wish.